Hello, parent. Welcome to Association International School. My name is Fauma and I am part of the certification team at AIS. When I started to prepare for this presentation, I came across this post on Facebook where a user captioned it as my job depends on this, and if I don't get my Microsoft Office skills up, I will lose my job. Have you really found yourself in this particular situation in real life? Or as a parent, you don't know how to navigate and use the tools of the office application for your work. Association as an educational institution will always go a step further to give your child a competitive edge in this 21st century. So we don't want our students going into the job market and not commanding the full functionality of the Microsoft Office suite. So it is against this that I'll be telling you about what the MOS entails and why it is valuable for you as a parent and your son or daughter. The MOS has actually been around for over 20 years and is probably the largest and longest running IT certification in the world in terms of individuals earning certification each year. So this is not just the normal, objective assessment where students are asked to answer questions on Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, or Access or Outlook, but they actually tested on how they can navigate and click certain buttons to execute certain specific tasks. And that is what we will be providing to our students at Association International School. I will be telling you about who Certiport is, value of Microsoft certification, the full pathway approach, impact of certification, skills requirement for tomorrow's best jobs, the exams at the various levels, that is office specialist, associate, and the expert, then earning college credits from American Council on Education with a MOS, and we also look at the most world championship in the United States where your son or daughter gets to compete for a cash prize of 7,000, 3,500, or 1,500 USD for first, second, and third place respectively. Then I'll finally conclude with the learning solutions. Established in 1997, Certiport became part of Pearson VUE's company portfolio in 2012, and they are actually a leader in performance-based testing. And they've delivered more than 4 million exams through a network of 12,000 plus Certiport authorized testing centers across 150 countries, and AIS happens to be one of them. So they've actually partnered with companies like Microsoft, Autodesk, Apple, where they run Unity and app development with Swift certification, EC Council, where they talk about ethical hacking and cyber forensics, Adobe Associates level, where we look at Photoshop, Dreamweaver, and all the other programs under the Adobe suite. And finally, we look at QuickBooks for students interested in accounting and knowing how to manipulate numbers with the software. And finally, we have the project management ready certification from the Project Management Institute. So that's basically what Certiport is about, and they are just the best when it comes to performance-based testing. You can actually sign up with Geometric Skills Management System by visiting www.geometrics.net. When you get to the web page, you see this particular interface. So if you don't have an account, what you need to do is to click on sign up here, or if you have any of these three accounts, Google, Microsoft, and the other, you can just use that to sign up. Then after you finish the signing up process, you will need to download the skills management application on your Windows computer. So once you click on that, button close to the question mark, which is the download button, it will definitely lead you to another page where you have to come, click download and install. And this is what we'll be using for our practice exercises. Let us look at why Microsoft proficiency is a valuable skill in less than 2 minutes.
No matter which career path you intend to pursue, the goals you set out to achieve, the job title you might earn, or the legacy you will leave, Microsoft proficiency is a valuable skill that will make you shine in a crowd of applicants. With more than 13 million potential workforce candidates and more than 400,000 jobs requiring Microsoft expertise in the United States, Microsoft certifications give people the power and the tools to chart their own course, fulfill their ambition, and realize their full potential. In fact, staffing agencies report candidates with certifications are 50% more likely to be hired full-time and receive an average of 10 to 15% higher wage. 91% of hiring managers consider employee certification as a criterion for hiring. 85% of supervisors report that certified employees are more productive and require less supervision. 86% of hiring managers say IT certifications are a priority. 89% are more satisfied at work. And Microsoft Office was the leading software package called out within the top 20 skills across representative occupations, coming in at number 3 on the IDC research list. These are just a few statistics that validate that Microsoft certifications give you the tools to build a brighter future. Start creating your own path and prepare yourself for a successful career with industry certifications that are globally recognized and the only certifications with Microsoft's stamp of approval. It's not just about getting the job. It's about enjoying the job.
Pretty amazing, right? How did you find the statistics? I am sure you have developed a positive perspective towards the Microsoft Office suite going forward and how this can help you and your son or daughter. So Certiport has made this easy for all of us, and we're going to use their approach, which has been proved and tested over 20 years. And I think when we use this, it will definitely give our students the required skill set for jobs. So they're going to learn where the certification team will support them. Then they'll have to do hands-on practice exercises, and I'll be demonstrating that with a geometry skills management system. And finally, taking the certification exam at AIS and getting Microsoft stamp of approval. The exams comes in various versions starting with 2010, 2013, 16, 19, or Office 365. So you can actually take the exam on Word and Word Expert, Excel and Excel Expert, PowerPoint, Access, Outlook, OneNote, and SharePoint. So it actually utilizes a state-of-the-art live in the app testing technology, which demands that certified users can actually navigate through the various tabs and groups of Microsoft Office application to execute certain tasks within a very limited time. And they normally give you 50 minutes to complete a series of projects. It can be about 7 or 5, depending on the Office application that you are, writing the exam on. So in this next video that I'll be demonstrating how the geometry skills management system will be used for the acquisition of these skill sets for their colleges, for their work, and for getting certified with Microsoft. This is a sample of the practice exercise live in the app testing. So with the Microsoft Office Specialist, we don't ask what is Word, what is bulletin, um, what's the meaning of highlighting. So it's actually in a form of project. So you have about maybe 7 projects with 5, 6, or 7 tasks you need to complete in a particular project. So for example, a school network and cloud provides flyers about computer networking basics to students. As a member of the club, you have been tasked with preparing a new flyer about networking and common network types. So what you need to do is to go click on what task 1. What's the task available? After the last paragraph, insert the text from the file wireless networks.docs located in the geometrics template folder. So this is very simple and straight to the point, but if you're learning, you can just click on the help. So your ability to understand the tabs, the groups, and dialog box launchers is what's going to make you a specialist. So if you look at what we have here, so place your cursor in the empty space below. So all the steps are there. So you just need to follow, practice, and perfect that particular skill. You go to insert, then you proceed to object, and because the text from file, I'll click on text from file, then I'll browse to my geometrics template folder, which is going to come up very soon. Then I'll move to geometrics template. Then I'm inserting the wireless networks. And automatically all the content in that particular document is inserted into this document. So that those who are not specialists would actually open these two separate files, copy the content and come and paste it in here. But if you do that, you are not being really effective or efficient at what you do. What if it's about 1,000 pages? Are you going to go through all that stress? So that's something for you to think about. So that's basically how you use this live in the app, testing technology from geometrics to hone your skills and, master all the available, functions within the Office suite. Certification comes in various levels. So we have the expert level, the associate level, and the specialist level. What it means is if a user goes through Word, Excel, Word Expert, and Excel Expert, that makes the user a Microsoft Office Specialist Expert in that regard. Then if you are able to take Word, Excel, and PowerPoint for the Office 365 and Office 2019, you have this credential as a Microsoft Office Specialist Associate. And just taking any one of them, either Word, Excel, PowerPoint, or Access for the other versions, 2016, 2010, 2013, that it makes you a specialist. But for the 2019 version of Office 365, it makes you an associate in that particular respect. Students will earn 3 college credits with certifications in Word, PowerPoint, and Excel if they plan furthering their education in the United States of America. So if you want more information, you can just use the link or just do a Google search, Microsoft Office Specialist and college credits. You get a lot of links to follow to Certiport's website where you can get all the details from. The Microsoft Office Specialist Championship normally happens within the first week of August each year in the United States. So our job as a certification department is to help prepare your child for this competition. And if he or she happens to place first on the world stage, he or she gets to receive 7,000 USD trophy, medal, and certificate. Second place receives 3,500 USD medal and certificate. Third place receives 1,500 USD medal and certificate. So if you want to find out more about the championship, you go to morsechampionship.com, and as a certification department or certification team, we will do the best we can to prepare and bring this, enviable cup or title to AIS and make Ghana proud. We as a certification team do not need to reinvent the wheel. So we have some available learning solutions that's going to help us with the preparation of our students for the Microsoft Office Specialist certification. So we have LearnKey, Pearson, be Publishing, Brain Buffett, Jasper Active, Media Interactive, MSI, and Certiport Practice Test with geometrics, and that is what we will basically be using for the preparation of our student and you as a parent. I really want to thank you for staying throughout this presentation. And as an IB school, we try to involve the learning community, which is the parent. So please get on board, send us an email, then we will send you the application form. If you feel, then we can get started.